including the ISV team in your monthly webinar again. I'm Karen Johnston, the Regional Sales Director for ISV Go-to-Market in EMEA. I'm really excited today to share with you a great joint win story for a UK Salesforce customer, the Very Group. The partners that were included in this joint win were EPAM PolSource and Copado. Today, I'm joined by JK from EPAM PolSource and Phil Elliott from Copado. Phil, would you like to kick us off and do an introduction?
Absolutely. Thank you, Karen. So I'm Phil Elliott. I'm the Alliance Director for Copado in the UK and have been within the Salesforce ecosystem for about 11 years now. Just a little on Copado. We're a Salesforce native DevOps solution. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is help organizations release faster with less errors on the Salesforce platform and really empowering low-code admins and developers to work alongside each other to ensure that customers can get the maximum return on their Salesforce investments. JK, over to you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Karen. JK, Jonathan Kane, part of EPAM PolSource, 30 years old. We operate over 40 countries, over 50,000 people, and over 1,000 of which are Salesforce experts. Myself, been in the Salesforce industry 17 years, and I spend my time leading and coaching programs and people. For me, it's about the innovation, culture of partnership, and the journeys that we create. And for EPAM PolSource, I lead the Way of Working Center of Excellence and the DevOps Center of Excellence, which is what Phil and I have been working on.
Fantastic, thank you. So JK, what was the Very Group looking to actually achieve?
So the Very Group are a multi-brand online retailer and financial services provider, and as part of their customer care transformation program, they were moving a whole bunch of legacy systems onto the Salesforce platform, and Salesforce as a strategic platform for their future. Clearly, that's going to give them some efficiencies, but also customer and agent experience was really important.
And what was the approach the two of you took?
Phil, do you want to start?
Yeah, so I think it's important that PolSource and Copado had worked together on a couple of projects before this, but we were just in the early stages of our relationship. We started to have regular communications, be very clear about the client's requirements, and work closely with Salesforce, because this was a greenfield bid for Salesforce, for PolSource, and Copado. So close collaboration from the outset was very key.
Yeah, and I think, continuous improvement on the way that we were working, what we were doing, and keeping it customer-centric was really, really important. I think the education and the enablement that we did for each other and how we supported each other was really important. I think embedding Copado as the foundation for our DevOps was a critical move, a really, really important move that was positioned well ahead during the pre-sales process. So from the very outset, that was our strategy and approach, and then we delivered on it.
Fantastic. And the solution has been delivered over a year ago, which is really, really exciting, and it was successful. But can you share with us some of the actual key outcomes from this delivery?
Yeah, it's very exciting. To go live within 90 days was a headline statement for the program and for the client. It's an experience they'd never had before, and we would not have been able to do that without Copado. Not just the platform, but also working with Phil and his team. We've done 9 releases in the last year across 22 environments every sprint. So every 2 weeks, 22 Salesforce environments maintained. And that kind of stability, that kind of control and automation, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And being able to do 9 releases with virtually no defects and have 0 technical debt, astonishing. So very, very successful.
Yeah, and this partnership and the success of the Very Group have deepened the EPAM PolSource and Copado relationship, so much so that PolSource are one of our leading implementation partners in Europe. We work with joint pursuits, and also EPAM PolSource carry out implementations for us.
Oh, that's great. It's fantastic when you see a successful, like you said, greenfield site come together for three of us. So Salesforce, EPAM PolSource, and Copado. So last question. What advice would you give other SIs and ISVs who want to work together successfully?
So I'll take that to begin with. I really believe it's around clear communication, knowing that we all have our own individual goals, but actually focusing on customer success and clear communication between partners. I think a key is having regular and consistent points of contact in different organizations, not bringing in too many people into the process, and just maintaining that strong relationship.
Yeah, I totally agree, Phil. I think having a one team approach where we're all together on it is really, really important. And I think having a main focus on the client success and the client long-term outcome as what all of us are trying to achieve means we're all headed to the same place together, which is great. I think in terms of certainly new ISVs or up and coming ISVs, the fact that it's a journey and that it's not just about the technology or the commercials, but it's about the people and about supporting that growth in each other is really, really important. And you know, the culture and understanding the value of trust is really important, and success breeds success for everybody.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today, and I'm very excited about the joint win story. If there are partners and ISVs that would like to find out more, please reach out to myself or reach out to Phil and JK. I've got their details if you would like to find out a bit more detail. But thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you all.